And furthermore, no evening television, and you are not to touch nor even look at Lara's Gamebox 5.
Yeah, father, whatever, I get it already.
And this attitude of yours. Why, if I were even a sensible father of a proper amount of disciplinary action, I would be in the right to force you to have your hair cut this evening with your sister Lara.
Were I to get my hair cut immediately, then perhaps this would not be soon enough.
Father meant nothing of it, Laurel. You look like a strapping lad, but quite simply it is a force of habit. Also, when one is upset they tend to get names and gendered pronouns wrong on a consistent basis, even in reference to those who are cisgendered. Many an occasion father has called Harold Hildebrand and told him not to party with drunk women.
But Larry, Hildebrand were our mother's middle name, and she partied with rich Ivy League women at meet galas for sports managers, and she were also intoxicated by the champagne.
I know, Laurel. Perhaps this accelerated her rate of deterioration and ultimately untimely demise? I had no doubt in my mind that were she free of various substances in her bloodstream, that perhaps her brain malignancy would be in better remission, and perhaps she could still be with us to this year.
But, would she? Or at least, would she desire to be with us, in diminished capability, where she cannot run or play rugby or American football?
I do suppose it were all for the best. Harold used to be so well behaved before her passing, though. He looked up towards her as a role model.
Yes, and you can definitely tell.
Yeah, and you can take all of your rules and shove them up your blowhole.
Same attitude and everything.
If Mother could see the damage she had caused, it would fill her with very deep remorse.
My most sincerest apologies to Lana, Hildebrand. Laurel will have to sit with me. Wait. Carrie, what were your twin brother's name?
It is quite all right, father. I shall deal with this. And then the bloody fool has the sheer audacity to announce my dear mother's name, Lana Hildebrand? Harold, that were an honest mistake. Nobody talks about my freaking mother. Well, I hate to resort to violence, but perhaps in this instance it is necessary. Calm down and have some sense about you. Harold, she were my mother as well. With all due respect to the dear lady who birthed myself as well as you and Laurel, her actions are what inevitably lead to her downfall. Harold, father wants you in the front seat. Well, I refuse to move. Father, Harold is being unreasonable. Go ahead and let Lara ride in the front seat as she had planned. I shall sit in the back with Harold.
I do not blame you for being upset, Larry. Thank you so kindly for saving my seat as well.
This of no bother.
But Larry, you called me Laura.
Oh dear me, Laurel, my most sincerest apologies. You are a girl. Stay calm, Larry, be the righteous man. Now get over it, you pathetic woman. Why the disgraceful? Mother would have you denounced and estranged of her significance if she were to hear you speaking of women in such an abhorrent manner. And Laurel, this is simply only in reference to his chauvinistic comments he makes quite casually of women. His transphobia is equally abhorrent. I quite easily accept you as my brother. Harold, on the other hand, same to you, slimy lumpy wally toad.